This is part 2. If you could please tune into part 1. I'm sorry. My videos lately with this Mercury retrograde have just been chopped up into a bunch of pieces. I'm so sorry that that keeps happening. All my videos are live, which they're not recorded and uploaded because that would take even longer in a Mercury retrograde. So anyways, it's all live and I'm just so sorry that they've been cut up like this. Anyways, this is part 2. Someone here is feeling guilty for loving someone else. This person is in a relationship that's not terrible. It's really not terrible. It's toxic because there's infidelity. But the other person they're with, they feel they're in debt to them in some way. 6 of Pentacles. It could be financial debt. It could be karmic debt. It could just be emotional. But they kind of feel like they owe this person, which is why they're stuck. 8 of Swords. And they're not emotionally happy there. 4 of Cups. They're discontent and they're bored. But they know that they mean the world to this other person. And they don't want to break that person's heart. 3 Swords. I'm all looking here on the left, okay? So that's where we're at currently from part 1. So yeah, I'm not trying to hurt that person. We went through the astrological planets in the 7th house that would create multiple relationships like this. So this person feels guilty. But what I was trying to say before the cutoff is this person should not feel so guilty because a lot of this is written in the stars. It's already astrologically in their chart. This is destiny. They were meant to have this particular scenario, this particular mountain to climb, this particular karmic lesson about whatever we're about to find out. The number 8 was prominent today, if that means anything to anyone else. And look, 8 people in the room in this very moment. We've been on 2 minutes now. So maybe the number 8 is significant to you, okay? Maybe the number 8 is someone's birth date. Maybe the number 8 is a life path, which could obviously signal the birth date. Or however you want to place it. Maybe someone's been with someone 8 years. Whatever. Okay, but the number 8 may be significant. I do feel like in May, there's going to be a turnaround in a divine relationship. Okay, but I also feel movement is going to start happening within 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. That I do feel there's going to be some spiritual growth in this connection and some good things happening, some very good, happy things. This is not meant to be a sad reading, a difficult reading, or a painful reading. This reading is meant to be taken with love and understanding. So I hope you're taking it that way. Anyways, this person has a mountain to climb, which is to figure out how to get unstuck from this other relationship. The card Coffin came up. They know that in order to get unstuck, they have to end that situation. Their only dilemma is hurting the other person, which is something your person doesn't want to do, okay? But they are definitely going to resurrect a relationship with you. And this is confusing for you because you're like, if they love them so much, why don't they just make it work and stay and be happy? It's not that simple. They're not happy in that other relationship. They're not in love, and they're emotionally just bored, drained, and empty over there. They're only there for the other person's pleasure. And I know that sounds terrible, but that's what it is. Your person is a people pleaser. I had to put that word in there because it's the truth. And then you're probably thinking, well, why don't they people please me? I want to be with them. I want to be happy. I want to be in a relationship with them. Why can't they please me? It's not that simple again, because there's karma at play here with the mountain. There is this beautiful karma that you guys are finding out. And what we're discovering here today is, what is this karma? What is this? 4 minutes, 44 seconds when I said that. All right. So what is this karma that you guys are going through? What do you need to know from Spirit about the scenario? Tell me about the man on the journey. or it could be a woman on the journey. But tell me about this person that just doesn't want to hurt another individual. What are they learning with the Mountain? And now I'm thinking of that song by Miley Cyrus, Mountains. I don't know the whole song, but I know she sings a song about mountains, climbing the climb. The climb. It's like once you climb a mountain, there's another mountain and another problem. So this person is like, I'm never satisfied. And that's a lot of this karma between you and this person. They're always feeling like I'm not satisfied in a relationship. That is an astrological issue. There is a remedy. You can fix these issues. We'll get into that later in the video. But the lack of feeling satisfied is Rahu. I'm going to keep it 100 and very simple. Rahu has got to be in this person's 7th house or in the sign of Libra. Yeah. It could also be Rahu is with their Venus. If it's a woman, it could be Rahu is with their Jupiter. But there is a lack of feeling fulfilled, and that is Rahu. It is the head of the demon with no body. And no matter what he devours, it's never enough. And so this person is struggling with a Rahu. This person may be going through a Rahu Mahadasha period, which is a long-lasting period of Rahu being activated and them going through that karma. So you might want to check your person's chart. If you're not sure what I'm talking about because you only follow tropical Western, I don't follow that here on my channel. Rahu is the north node of the moon, for the record. And if you want to know you or your person's chart via Vedic, I recommend going to Google and looking up Vault of the Heavens Lahiri Ayanamsha and choosing the North chart, North Indian chart, and looking where RA is, which is Rahu, the north node of the moon. Okay? Check it out because it's got to be in one of those areas. Anyways, karma. Let's look what's going on. Knight of Swords. And he's standing on a rook or a castle for some of you guys that play chess. Rook, castle. The crow, the raven, is a very, very intelligent bird. This person may have a strong connection with the crow or the raven. A darkness. Scorpio vibes. Scorpio Libra vibes. Could be a cusper energy. Your person's karma has something to do with that though, doesn't it? Scorpio and Libra. Yeah, your person's got some karma with that. This is being too far into the forest to see the trees. And this person's here at the center trying to figure out their next move. What I like about the rook is it can go straight across the board. It does not need to go in a different direction, like 1, 2 to the right, diagonal, none of that. It just moves straight forward or straight backward. Straight to the side, straight to the other side. It's just straight. It only goes in straight lines. And so this person is learning there's no way around this. Like it's straight through, okay? You're going to have to make a cut, Knight of Swords. You're not going to friendship your way around this. You're not going to coax your way around this. It's going to be a painful cut, honey. It's going to hurt. And that's okay. People get hurt. The plan of action is you're going to have to decide when to make that cut because that person's going to be hurt one way or the other. Now, you can let them down easier, but it's still going to hurt. You know, and this person's going to be like, I love you as a friend. I care about you. You've been there for me. Thank you for all that you've done. You mean a lot to me. But I'm not into you like that. I don't love you like that. You deserve to be loved. Personally, I think the best way to Knight of Swords, that other connection, is just like, go find someone who's totally in love with you. I want you to find that. I want you to find someone that is enamored with you, that waits for your phone call, gets butterflies every text, I want someone that desires you, craves you, needs you, wants you. I want you to go find that. Go find that. You deserve that. That is the best way to break this person. Either way, they're going to hurt because it's not you or it's not them. You know what I mean? It's like, but I want you. I want you to love me like that. I want you to desire me like that. I want you to need me like that. But this person's got to let them down. Knight of Swords. I don't love you like that. It's not that I don't care about you. It's not that I don't want good for you. It's not that I don't think of you and that I have a fondness for you and I like being around you. And it's very difficult to say, right? It's very difficult to wrap your head around. I'm just not in love with you. I'm so sorry. But that person is learning with their karma that there's only one way to the other side, and that's straight through. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, the secrets, the spider web. Oh, the web we weave. Oh, the web we weave. The lies that we spin, the tales that we tell, the deeds that we do, the karma that we incur, our actions, our footsteps, where they take us. Oh my goodness. My, have I landed myself in a web. I am in a web and I don't know how to get myself out. Every little situation is connected to another. There's a trail here. There's secrets here. There's a lot hidden under the surface, and boy, does that other person not want to know all of that. And again, this person is suffering guilt because they are a good person. This person's like, God, I'm a piece of shit. Look what I've done. I've lied. I've snuck around. I've had another relationship. I've been here unsatisfied, Four of Cups. All the while, I've taken this person's money or taken their time. I've gotten involved with their kids, perhaps, animals, perhaps, whatever, like family. I've really got myself dug in like a tick. And all the while, I've been over here doing other things. And, oh, that's so terrible of me. Like, I'm so terrible. Like, this person just has guilt, personal guilt. And again, like I said, if I can be any assistance, breathe for one, just like, whew, it's in your chart. Maybe that person's watching me, you know, but it's in your birth chart. It's all written. It's there. It's predestined. Don't carry so much guilt. This was already written for you. This web was already destined to be woven, okay? The zodiac signs that have really popped up today, Libra, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. Those are the signs that have really popped up today, if it relates to anyone, okay? But the karma is you've created this scenario, and now you have to deal with it. See, this person is a runner of responsibility. I'm sorry, but they are. This person creates something but doesn't want to deal with it. This person may have children but be irresponsible with them. This person may start a marriage but be irresponsible with it. You know what I'm saying? They create and they don't know how to deal with it. And that is their karma, to look at their part in all of this and to deal with the repercussions. Really, the biggest message I'm hearing is it's your responsibility. And I've heard this thing before where it's like, it's not my fault that I've been hurt. It's not my fault that I'm a victim of something, but it's my responsibility to heal and deal with that. It's nobody else's. No one's going to heal me and deal with me for me. It's got to be me. And that's what your person is learning with the Knight of Swords. This is the school of hard knocks. This is a very harsh, difficult message. 29-9 and then the 9 of Wands. So this person is dealing with the number 9. The karmic person is dealing with the number 8, which is, for me, attachment, selfishness even. And we haven't got to you yet, so hang in there. We'll get to you. But anyways, your person is needing to look inside themselves to deal with this. because they have created quite the scenario and they want to just avoid it. And really how I see they avoid things is they just try not to think about it. They keep themselves busy on the road, work, business, whatever. Like they work a lot, they travel a lot. You know, they may even drink a lot, Nine of Cups. They may turn to alcohol for some reason, which is no good because it creates a lot of cortisol, by the way, which is a depression. But yeah, this person's like, I'm an avoider of those things. Like, I just don't want to deal with them, you know? I'd rather keep going around in my little circle, my merry-go-round, where I start something, it's problem, I run away from the problem, I go make myself feel good with my person, and then I leave and I go back to this other person. And what you're also asking is, don't they know that they're hurting me? Don't they know that they're hurting our beautiful connection? That I'm suffering, that I'm crying, that I'm lonely, that I miss them. Don't I have any value? We're going to get to that. Hang in there. Give me a minute to get to you, okay? Because I understand what you're going through. But one thing I want to talk about with the web is we reap what we sow. We talked about seeds yesterday. That was a very hard reading. I don't recommend it for everyone, but we do. And whatever you're experiencing is something that you have called in as a soul. And you need to deal with that too. Rejection, being put second place, loving someone that doesn't put you as a priority. Those are some other issues we're going to deal with over here, okay, in a minute. But underneath the High Priestess, the secrets, the intuition, things you guys already know, is judgment. And we've been calling this card in a lot, different decks, but it's been called in all the time. Number 20, Major Arcana. You've seen it throughout multiple readings lately. And this is the past comes back to haunt you. And you're going to have to deal with your past, the judgment. So there's no escaping that. This is the card of the past creeping up, and we are in Mercury retrograde. The past will come up. Right now we are dealing and healing past issues. We're not handling the present, and we're not tackling what's going to happen in the future. Right now we are handling healing the past, making peace with the past. Yeah, karma. Let's just say karma. And then here we have the Two of Wands. Pick a path, pick a choice, pick a person. Just pick. And this is making a decision, following your gut instincts, but taking action. Not just talking about it, thinking about it, but doing something about it. And this is leaving a situation that has been tied up, bound, set, screwed in, anchored. Like there was a previous decision that was for sure. And now we're leaving that situation and going into another one because of somebody else or something else. Okay, so let's read. Hope this reading is good to you guys. I hope you're enjoying the reading, at least. Okay. So with the Knight of Swords, I have to admit, I do love the idea of a grand adventure. And we do have a journeyer, we do have an adventurer over here. So I do love the idea. Libra energy very strong in Knight of Swords. The problem is, once I get there, I never feel inclined to stay very long. And this is where I channeled the mountain, the climb, with Miley Cyrus and her song, The Climb, or The Mountain, whatever her song is. And it's, once I overcome this mountain, once I overcome this issue, there's always another mountain to climb. Like it's never ending. There's always another mountain. And in her song, it's like not being satisfied in essence. And that's kind of what your person is experiencing with Rahu and karma. Every time I start a relationship, I really want it. And then when I get into it, I don't want it anymore. What is my problem? What's wrong with me? And that's what your person is figuring out karmically. This adventurous spirit can both be a blessing and a curse. I love the thrill of the chase in a relationship. I love the thrill of the hunt, the journey to get into the relationship, but I'm not so keen on the destination. I'm not so happy in the marriage. I'm not so happy in the committed relationship. Lucky for me, I'm quick to change course and constantly being called back to home base to protect and serve. So this person creates a home base and he or she protects and serves the home base. What does that mean? I cook for the home base. I clean for the home base. I serve and I come home to the home base. But I'm always off wandering. I'm always on the hunt. I hate to say it, guys, but we have a player. We do. And it's not in a bad, negative, derogatory sense of the player. I want to go very spiritual, not Hollywood. This is not Hollywood player. What a dirty dog. What a terrible girl. What a sex-crazed person. We don't want to go all Hollywood. It is not that dark, okay? This person has a heart. They do have feelings. They have guilt. But here's the deal, and I'm going to get to you in a second because you're going to like this message. They do not want to be committed to you because they know how they are in a relationship of commitment. They know they're unfaithful, and they know they're always looking out for someone else. So they have put you in the position of being the hunted, because at least they're always interested in you. At least they're always pursuing you. At least they're always attracted to you. This is their form of commitment. I may not be living with you, I may not be committed to you, but I always desire you. I'm always coming back to you. That's their form of commitment, because you're still the hunted. You're still the chase. And I know that hurts you because you don't want to be hunted. You don't want to be the chase forever. You want stability. You want commitment. You want the home base. But again, look how toxic the home base is. At home base, there's heartache and loss. At home base, there's a lack of sexual attraction. At home base, there's a lack of sex. At home base, there's a lack of intimacy. It's all work, no play. There might be friendship there. But yeah. Anyways, continuing with the Rook, the Knight of Swords. I love the thrill of the journey. And funny, see how I told you earlier we had connection in 2 cards? Well, this card has the word journey. And in the book, again, we have journey. I love the thrill of the journey. So again, more signs and synchronicities that this is the honest truth and your person is being honest about this, okay? They do love the thrill of the journey. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. But I'm not keen on the destination. Lucky for me, I'm quick to change course. The rock belongs to the same family as the raven and the crow. I can't read today. I just fucked up on my words. Let me go back. I'm so sorry. I'm going to reread that. Mercury. The rook, not the rock. The rook, like I said, belongs to the same family as the raven and the crow. Though fond of special items, They have found it primarily great in Britain and Northern Europe, with no habits. I can't read. With no habitats. Mercury's really playing with me. With no habitats in the United States. Which I find weird because we have crows and ravens all over the United States. But anyways, they are distinguished from other members of their family by the lack of feathers and the bare skin around the beak. These birds are highly intelligent and have been known to make simple tools found from objects to assist them in collecting food and building nests. Very useful skills for the knight who is best for thinking on his feet. Like the other family members, ravens and crows, rooks can be found nesting in the tops of trees in large groups. Oh, so there's ravens, crows, and another bird called a rook. I didn't know that. My bad. I was confused with the words. So a rook is different from a raven and a crow. They have a lack of feathers around their beak. It's kind of bald. And it's only in Britain. Okay, I see. There is safety in numbers, and the rookery is easier to protect than an individual bird. Like all knights, the rook is on the lookout for danger. It is his job to protect the rookery and keep the boundaries of his colony safe and secure. His excellent tool-making skills give this rook an edge over his predators, for he knows he can use anything in his environment to use it for whatever he needs. Quick, clear thinking is all a part of the game for this clever bird. I want to go into saying a detail here. Your person uses people for things. It's just their skills. And that is very Scorpio Libra. And I feel like this person is resourceful. So if this person needs a home, if this person needs a car, if this person needs things for their car, cell phones, bills paid, they're clever enough to use their words to entice someone to take care of their needs, mostly to take the care of their needs for them and their children. So this person is always responsible and looking out for his own little rookery, his own little family, his own little pack. Do you notice these traits in your person, that they're always feeling like they have to look out for themselves? This person feels very alone in the world. I'm hearing, I don't have anyone to look out for me. I have to look out for myself. Do I use people to get things for myself? Probably. But that's what I do. Those are my tools. So your person does suffer a little bit with codependency. They have used people for certain things. Again, they have guilt. They have a heart. But this is how they found a way to survive and to protect their young and protect themselves. In business and career, if you had to make a presentation on the fly, would you be able to pull it off? Would you be able to think fast, pull it together, get what you needed in a very short period of time? This is something only air sign individuals do. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, thinkers, plotters, planners. This is an air sign individual. Their karma is dealing with an air sign individual, or they are an air sign individual. But that is the karma. We clarified what is the karma, what is the lesson this person is learning: to think on their feet, to plot, to plan, to figure out a way out of a sticky situation. So they probably, and that's true, whenever you're reincarnated as a certain zodiac sign element, that is your karma. You have to figure that out. It's not easy. People think, oh, I'm an air sign, so it's easy for me to plot, plan, communicate. It's a lot of the times actually very difficult, quite the contrary. They can become very good at it, but it is a struggle. It is hard. It's not easy. And it's been a lot of mountains they've had to overcome to get there. The older the person, the more you'll see them working through their karma because they've had more time on earth. But yeah, it's not always easy for an air sign to do the job they were assigned to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyways, or would they falter because they're unable to act without a clear thought or plan in place? The rook doesn't need a plan. He quickly sees what he has at his disposal and takes advantage of it. A pretty good skill to have in business, don't you think? Guess what? Somebody here has Rahu in an air sign. Yeah, and that's part of their karma. Maybe you have Rahu in an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is why you guys are kind of bound. But this person, the journeyman or woman, they've got karma in an air sign. They have Rahu in an air sign. Check the birth, check the Navamsha, which is the D9 chart, Vedic sidereal. Check the Navamsha and check the D30 chart. See if there's a Rahu in an air sign, because there's definitely, whoever I'm reading for, this is a detail. They have Rahu in an air sign. They just do. Because they have to think their way out of this. Yeah. And this person has a lot of guilt because mentally they keep replaying what they've done, High Priestess. They carry secrets, they carry baggage with simplicity, all the suitcases this woman is carrying, right? Each incarnation unloading the bags. Take a look at the picture because you guys need to see part 1. But there it is. All the baggage, all the karma, unloading it, simplicity, right above resurrection, which ironically is judgment, the resurrection, which ironically you have here, judgment. So yes, honey, there is a looking at fine-tooth combing through a karmic situation that is being resurrected. You guys have known each other in a past life. There is karma to play out here, but this person's karma so much has to do with you need to think about this, plan this, and figure your way out of this. Okay? In family and relationships, there is something to be said about the thrill of the chase, the excitement of something new and slightly dangerous. But what happens when you finally make the catch? Rahu. This is one of those problems the knight faces, for he tends to be more of a catch and release kind of guy. Oh. And it could be a girl, okay? Just the words in the book. If you are just in it for the thrill of the ride, perhaps you should share that with the person you are chasing. Yeah. This person is an adrenaline junkie here in relationships. And to be honest, I do not believe he has shared that with this other person. The only thing that other person has going for them is they've been committed to. But it is not for love or romance, which is why they think they're there. It is for financial gain. It is for physical gain. Again, I hate to say it, but I am using this person to get ahead with something that I need. It does have narcissistic tendencies written all over it, but it is, I need my car paid for. I need my home taken care of. I need the kids taken care of. Again, my primal needs. And I am in this commitment because there's a business deal, which is 6 of Pentacles. We're making a deal. What are you going to do for me and what will I do for you? And it is, you're providing a car, a roof over my head, money, financial gain, some kind of something that I want or need in the physical world. Perhaps a family I never had. Perhaps you're providing parents that I never had. Perhaps you're providing a cultural reality that I missed out on. Perhaps you're providing you know, friendship to my loneliness, but you're making a deal with me, and that's the deal. It's this person almost plays relationships out like a business deal, which is very much Rahu in the air sign, for sure. And even Rahu in an earth sign could be like a business deal. Okay, so now that we've gotten that aside, that is your person's karma. And that's what he or she is dealing with right now. Good, we got the message. So why is this person feeling drawn to you? Spirit, why is this person feeling drawn? Okay, I want to use my other deck. I'm just being called to it like, wow, big time. Use your deck, Steph. I got a vision of the Lover's card, but it may not come out, but I did get that vision. Why is this person being drawn to you? What do they want with you? Why are they having this divine connection with you? They were divorced from you in a past life. I saw the divorce card pop up in here, but I didn't pull it. Okay? They were divorced from you in a past life. I don't know why I keep repeating that. The cards that came out on why they're being drawn to you is, oh, God, I want to have a flood of emotion, a flood of tears. Broken karmic cycles, Knight of Cups. Oh my God, okay. God. Whew. The emotions that just come to me with these cards. Oh, they love you. God, they love you. I mean, their heart is just exploding with love and emotions. So much. And all of a sudden, I just want to cry. They have a moon connection to you. God, the tears want to come. Moon in a water sign for them with you, or you with them, whatever. There's a moon, okay, which is a beautiful, very healthy karma. And the moon is revealing romance, relationships, love, desire. Also a different form of karma, which is destiny. And someone here has a moon in Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Maybe the boat, look how I'm doing this chart. I will not debate it. I know what the chart is. Not exactly, but I feel the chart in the reading. I relate to the tarot astrologically. I'm Aquarius rising for work, for what I do with the cards. It's very scientific for me. But seriously, Rahu in an air sign, moon in a water sign. That is the chart I am pulling for this relationship. If that does not resonate with you, because you follow tropical, follow Vedic, and you might see it there. And if both of them don't resonate with you, this just may not be your reading, okay? And that's all right. That's really okay. But anyways, the person is being drawn to you to get rid of this karmic cycle. One of the few things that can break a chain is the love of the mother. Oh, God. The love of the mother. There's a divine connection between a mothering, nurturing energy with you. The moon has a very good way of soothing Rahu, because the moon is the mother. And it's like Rahu's an out-of-control child. Rahu is a demon child. He's out of control. He wants. And it's like the moon sings to Rahu. The moon soothes Rahu. The moon gives Rahu things that he wants without completely overdoing it, with some benefit, with some restraint. So you give this person love, romance, passion, the chase, but breaking their cycle of not being satisfied. The moon has a way of satisfying Rahu's unending hunger, and I'll tell you how. tricking Rahu. The moon is sometimes waxing, sometimes waning, sometimes full, sometimes dark. So all the changes of the moon make Rahu keep chasing. I hope you can see where I'm going with that. But you keep the chase, you keep it interesting. This relationship works for the both of you because you're not the same. Like the earth energy over here, which is consistent. You present watery energy, which is very flowy, very deep. You never know what you're going to get. And that makes it fun. It makes it worth chasing. So you're going to help this person break up their karmic cycles of not being satisfied in relationships because you are a whole new ball game. You are the chase. In fact, you're going to tell this person, oh, you like the chase? You like the game? You like the hunt? Let me show you how it's done. You know, you are the ultimate hunt. You are the ultimate chase. And also that has everything to do with fate, with the moon. Big breath. So you're very different, but I want you to know why this person has not chosen to commit to you is because they do love you. They do not want to be with you, climb this mountain, hunt you down, have you, and not be satisfied with you. Again, their way of committing to you is keeping you in the hunted. That is, I'll always want you, I'll always desire you. And that's where they've had you. But that's not good enough for you. And it shouldn't be. And you're like, well, thank you for setting me different, setting me aside, keeping the interest in me. But I require commitment. And they're afraid to commit to you because, again, they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to repeat the cycle. They know that they cause swords and pain. They don't want to do that to you. They do have a heart. They do have feelings. They do have remorse and guilt. He doesn't feel good about this, or she. They do not feel good about hurting anyone. They don't feel good about hurting the karmic. They certainly don't feel good about hurting you. This is just how they are. And they're dealing with that, with the high priestess, working out their shadows like, oh, this is how I am. How do I live with that? You're here to break up with that karmic cycle. Bottom of the deck is strength, honey. You're a different breed. Ooh, I like it. Like, I'm a whole different breed. You're not used to me. I'm going to show you how to love. You're not used to me. You don't know me, honey. I am not basic. I am far from basic. Oh, chills. Chills all over. But a lot of this too is fate, destiny, because you do have karma and you do have past life karma. But here's what I'm feeling for you guys, especially with the Rahu Ketu thing. In your past life, when you guys were married and you had this divorce, it wasn't solved. This karma was not solved, obviously. You were more on this team in a past life, okay? The team of cheating and divorcing in a very painful fashion. In a past life, someone didn't want to see the insides of another person. In a past life, someone in the relationship, one of the two of you said, I don't care what your excuse is. I don't tolerate it. Peace out. Someone just really did not go into a deep perspective. In this lifetime, someone has found spiritual strength and leaned and depended on astrology, tarot, psychics, intuition, high priestess, the inner workings, the inner knowings, the inner understandings, which is conquering self, conquering the ego, which was a big problem past life for you too. And so both of you are going to conquer the ego in this life. You're supposed to. I'm not saying this is for sure what's going to happen, but you're supposed to conquer your ego. And what's written in the stars here is the Chariot, triumph, victory, being aligned, headed in the same direction, And another number 9, hermit, solitude. There's that darn judgment again. Number 20, major arcana, truth, karma. You know what's strange about Rahu in the 7th or in Libra is this. The opposite of that is self. You're supposed to find peace in yourself as a single person, but also rely on the connection of the relationship. This is a balance you did not have before. Your relationships, past life, have been unbalanced. You're either overly dependent on the relationship connection or overly indulged into the self, I, me idea. There has been no balance. And you can flip and whatever you need to do with the two of you on that message. But in this time, in this day and time, it's all about balance. And it's going to take all your strength. Remember we talked about seeing double words in a reading to get the truth? Look at that. Strength. Strength, strength. This is going to be very difficult for you to do, but you're going to have to do it. The double words have been connection, journey, and strength. This connection has been quite the journey, and you need all your strength. It's going to take all your strength, but you can endure it. You can do it. There's a Leo vibe here also, or a 9th house. So Saggy, Leo for the fire energy coming in, for me, could be Saturn or Venus is going to be placed in Saggy or Leo, or the 9th house. So I repeat, Saggy, Leo, Venus, Saturn, or the 9th house. There is a connection there as well in the chart. Again, I'm seeing the reading astrologically today. This is not going to be for everyone. Let me get a drink. All right, Oracle time. By the way, they love you. Shed a tear if you need to, but they love you. Something you need to hear because you don't believe it. You don't feel it. You're rejecting that word. You're rejecting it. You don't believe it. I want you to hear it over and over again. They love you. They love you. They really love you. They love you so much. Yeah. They love you. I know some tears for whoever's resonating with this when I say they love you, tears, because you just don't believe it. And that's a lot of why you're hearing this reading. A lot of the reason you've been not having them come into union with you is also because you've refused to believe that they really love you. Because you believe that you are unlovable. I'm going to go super deep. Like diving into your chest, into your soul. There is a part of you, a very young part of you, that subconsciously somehow believes you are unlovable. Deal with that. Please. There's a piece of you that feels you're not worthy of being loved. And I did not say conscious. I said subconscious. You're going to have to deal with that. Whew, okay. Bottom of the deck, the destroying angel. here to destroy karma. Here you've got air, here you've got fire, masculine energies, the stones, very symbolic. She's got her weapons here. She's a fighter. Okay. I really feel with that card. This is destroying karma. I have chills. I feel very emotional, very emotional. You are destroying the biggest karma, which is I'm unlovable. Take a moment, please. I want you to feel that. And also, this could be your person. Deep down inside of the other soul that loves you, okay? They feel unlovable. That is just a huge message today. Really. Go back, go deep. Seriously, this is not just a phrase. It's not a joke. It's not filler words. It's true. We really feel unlovable here. What are these reasons? Did you feel stupid as a child? Did you feel unworthy as a child? Did your feelings go unnoticed, uncared about as a child? Did your thoughts, your words go unnoticed, uncared about as a child? Are you an afterthought? Are you not important? You are not priority. Oh, you're crying, you're having a bad day, who cares? Oh, you're grieving and you're hurting, who cares? We have other things to do about ourselves. We're not worried about you. Do you have needs and they've gone unnoticed? Do you have wants that you've expressed that go uncared for? Does no one notice your pain? Does no one see your tears in the past? Look at that, because that created a void and a feeling deep rooted inside yourself that says, I'm not lovable. I'm not worth the time. And you end up attracting people that don't value you. Not because they don't love you, because I'm sure your mom loved you. I'm sure your dad loved you. I'm sure your siblings loved you. I'm sure your grandparents loved you. I'm sure your friends loved you. You know, you had all those people, but they didn't notice the detail of what you really wanted or needed. They disregarded that, so you felt unworthy and unlovable. So I'm not saying that you attract people that don't love you, but I'm saying you attract people that don't love you the way you deserve to be loved. You attract people that treat you like you've always been treated. You're not that important. I have other things to do. I'm busy. Your needs, you know, I'm just very distracted. I'm very busy. I'm into myself. Or they discount your emotions and say you have no reason to feel upset. You have no reason to cry. It's ridiculous that you're crying. You're so lucky. Look at your life. Let me tell you about my life. It's very narcissistic. If someone lacks the ability to have empathy for you, and they tell you as a child or a young person, you have no business feeling this way because look at your life compared to someone else's, that's wrong. That's not validating your feelings. Again, thus creating the energy of I'm not lovable. So for both of you or one of you, this is karma. And so, yes, you both have attracted partners that do care about you, but not the way you deserve, not the way you need, and not what is nurturing. And that stems from the moon and the mother, oh God, tears, which is why Knight of Cups, broken karmic cycles. The moon is here to nurture you and say, we are here to break up with those karmas. You deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be loved, and your feelings matter, and they're validated, and your needs are important. They're very important, and they deserve to be filled. You are lovable. And so the moon is over here just crying. Like, why do you not see that? Why do you keep accepting these other trivial things? Breadcrumbs, Six of Pentacles. Why is it okay? Why is it okay to be in a loveless, romanticless relationship? Why is it okay to be with someone who doesn't see your heart? Why is it okay to be second or last on the list or not seen and not heard? Why is it okay that your body is not sacred and your needs are not important? Stop. So the moon is, feel that, like, let it go. Do you feel it releasing with these bags? The karma. The karma of carrying the baggage that it's okay to be treated less than. And a lot of times, especially with parents or family members, we say, well, it's okay that I'm mistreated in certain ways because they were mistreated. They suffered a loss. They're hurting, so it's okay. No. It's great that you are smart and you sympathize and you empathize and you understand and you're giving someone a break for why they're not doing you right because you understand that, but it is not something you have to accept, and nor is it something that you should. It is not the person's fault that they've endured some kind of hardship or suffering, but it is their responsibility to not treat other people badly because of it. And that is a lesson karma comes to teach us. I'm so glad you have love in your heart and empathy, but do not tolerate mistreatment because of it. You are to push someone to the uncomfortable zone and say, hey, I love you and I get you, but that's not okay. You need to deal with that because I deserve more. I still love you though. It's boundaries. And so you guys here, karmically, big enlightening moment, light bulb, right? The destroying angel is destroying the illusion that you deserve less than. Wow, we really broke the glass ceiling today on understanding your connection. It's been a very deep reading, especially here in part 2. I'm going to read the destroying angel for you before we pop up with the other oracle. Okay. And by the way, this karma is not just for your intimate romantic relationships. The karma is also about your circle, friends and family. Okay? It's not just about that. So anyways, separated from their fellows, a small band of witches find themselves lost in a hostile land. Freya Albright has taken her leadership to heart, perhaps too much. She believes their hopes for getting home rely totally on her. She's a fighter as well as a healer, hence the nickname Destroying Angel. But she believes she must stand alone. Like Freya, whose motivation is simply to do her best, sometimes we stand alone out of pride or out of vanity. Be aware that others might be hanging on your every decision. So be very clear with your words and let others make their own decisions too. Otherwise, you stifle their growth. What I'm hearing here is she believes, perhaps too much, that everyone else getting home and getting where they need to be totally relies on her. There's a burden, 10 of Wands, and there's a weight. I am responsible for this person's healing. I am responsible for this person's happiness in the relationship. I am responsible for this person perhaps not committing suicide, which is why I stay. I am responsible for this person financially, otherwise they couldn't make it without me. That's a very heavy burden to carry. And the message here is watch out, otherwise you stifle other people's karma, other people's growth, other people's lessons. You might have to get out of someone's way. This person has to get out of their own way, out of someone's way. We have a couple leaders here that feel it's their responsibility and their burden. And especially your person feels like it is their burden to be here, Four of Cups, with this person, Six of Pentacles, because they owe a debt. And this person's trying to deal with that. Like, well, I promised them. Well, I promised their family. Well, I already committed. Well, I already took vows. Well, I already signed papers. I've already moved in. I've already gotten involved. I can't leave, even though I don't want to be there, which is good because this person's trying to own up to their responsibility. But they're not loving themselves and they're in a relationship, again, because they feel like they're unlovable. They're not worthy of true love. They're not worthy of romantic, spiritual, beautiful, destiny, love. They're not worthy of something so great because they're a player, or because they're a liar, because they're a cheat, or because they're this and that. You know, Rahu feels unworthy. But the moon and Venus, they love Rahu. Even though all the other planets like, oh, Rahu's such a pain in the fucking ass. Rahu's such a, malefic, get him out of the room. Like, we don't want to deal with Rahu. But the moon and Venus are like, no, Rahu's beautiful in all his imperfection. Without him, we would have no success, no victory, no passion, no desire, no drive. Rahu's beautiful. Rahu's zest. Rahu gets the book published. Rahu writes all the books that lead to multiple trilogies of movies. Rahu is the romance that makes someone so obsessed with their person they can never let them go. Rahu is the ending to all those romantic movies of true love. Rahu is beautiful. Yeah, Rahu has his faults, but without him, it would be a very bland world. So the moon and Venus find love and pity, and they stick up for Rahu. Okay. Anyways, your person really feels like I'm only there because I feel like I have to be there. Without me, the entire kingdom would crumble. Again, dealing with self-worth, like I deserve love, I deserve true romance, I deserve destiny, I deserve fated love. And remember, under that card is thank you for loving me more than anyone ever has. I never knew anyone could love me like you do. You really make this person feel loved, which is why they're raw and they're real with you. This person has exposed themselves with you in an honesty they haven't with anyone else. You know a deeper part of them that no other partner's known. High Priestess. You see their heart, you see their secrets, you know their secrets. The other people haven't. You're different. And they're drawn to you because you are going to help them get rid of their karma. They're learning. Okay. And last but not least, the other oracle. Aw, Queen of Hearts. Oh my God. Earlier, with the peacock card, purification, we talked about the peacock eating snakes, poisonous, venomous insects or snakes, which creates their plumage, which makes it colorful and beautiful. Rahu is the head of the snake. okay? We talked about him for a while. And here we have Queen of Hearts, and lo and behold, there's a snake, okay? So you bet your ass, this is a consistent message. I don't know what this card's going to portend to, but she is bleeding. She stabbed her own heart, thus deleting the snake. But as the snake bleeds, there are flowers growing. Tulips, which is a symbol of spring. Do you have a connection with tulips? I don't know. But I know it's a connection to spring. Okay, let's get in. Queen of Hearts. Big Rahu connection. It's easy to see how the Queen of Hearts symbolizes self-sacrifice, which again, we've said, all the burden is on me. I have to sacrifice myself and my desires for this relationship. That's great, because someone's trying to deal with their karma in a responsible way. But from her wound comes new life in the form of flowers growing from her drops of blood. She gains wisdom. And over here we have wisdom. Remember we talked about dual words in a reading. Wisdom, wisdom comes up. Here it was in reverse. So she gains wisdom from the lesson learned as depicted by the serpent's steady gaze, which is the completion of karma. Rahu is the karma you are being pulled to deal with in this world, in this day and age. Rahu is your present and your future. Ketu is your past. So Rahu is like, you need to deal with this now. And he's looking at her and she's looking at him. And it's okay, I'm going to deal with this. I'm going to deal with you, Rahu. We tend to think of self-sacrifice as dramatic and severe. Yet paradoxically, we confront it in the most often humble acts of kindness that we offer other people. See, there's the trick. Again, I'm being kind by loving this person and being dedicated to them, even though I'm not in love, even though I'm not romantically attracted or wanting to be here. I'm giving an act of kindness by being here and going home, per se, returning to the nest with the rook, right? It's my responsibility. That's kind. Oh, and I'm being kind to my twin flame or my soulmate because I'm not setting her up or him up for failure. I'm not being with them just to hurt them, to gain them as a conquered object, to gain them as a conquered sexual thing. I'm loving them by letting them not be conquered. I'm loving them by not committing to them because I know what would happen. I would hurt them and I would leave them. Again, this sacrifice, because they want to be with you. They don't want to hurt you. They want to keep you in the hunted group because they want to always be with you, okay, in some way. And again, I'm doing what I need to do for my children. A kindness, a self-sacrifice. It's like I'm with my children's father or mother for the children because I know what's best for them. You know, it has nothing to do with me or what I need. It's what's best for them. So they confuse themselves, Queen of Hearts, by saying, but I'm doing this out of an act of kindness. Okay, I am self-sacrificing for others. That's a good thing, right? Or is it? There's the paradoxity, right? The Queen reminds you that for every sacrifice, your soul matures and you disengage further from the bonds of material possessions. Be glad to give your time, your wisdom to both you and the recipient that benefit in the end. You need to sacrifice, but you must decide which takes priority. Now, this is all good. Believe me, there's a reason why your person has this other individual. You are both learning to sacrifice, which is great. It's humbling. It's humiliating. It's very giving. It's altruistic. It's unselfish. You are learning to let go of your own desires to do the greater good. So sacrifice is beautiful, and I'm so glad that both of you on this karmic journey have learned to sacrifice, to not be selfish and greedy, and to not just be gimme, 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 me, me, me. There's been a lot of learning. Now, the reason your person has been stuck in a Four of Cups with the other person is because, you know, they've been learning. They've been learning that it's not all about selfishness, that they've got to be responsible. You want them to learn that lesson, believe me, because when they're with you, you're going to want them to have known that lesson. But once the lesson has been learned, you must move on. And that's where you come into play. Knight of Cups, broken karmic cycles. Okay? You are like, great, you've learned this. This is wonderful. Now what? And it's kind of like you've served your time. It's kind of like going to jail. Let's call it karmic jail. Okay, you've been to jail. You did your time. Now you're free. Are you still an incarcerated individual? No. You did your time. It's okay to be loved. It's okay to have love now. You've learned the lesson. You've learned sacrifice. You've grown. You broke up with that karmic cycle. Now it's time, Rook, Knight of Swords, to break up with the karmics because they've already taught you their lessons. Whoever you guys were with in your previous relationships, you've learned. Thank you. And let them go and thank them with love and peace. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the relationship. And this is where this person has to say, it really isn't you. It is me. I'm not in love with you, and you deserve more than that. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to be with you for money, for kids, for other reasons, Six of Pentacles. I don't want to breadcrumb you with my affection, my romance, or my love. You deserve passionate sex. You deserve intimacy and a close relationship. You deserve a spiritual connection and someone who sees you as their moon and their stars. You deserve that. I want you to go find that and not be stuck in a Four of Cups with me. You deserve more. And so that's where people have learned. You just deserve more. Anyways, the Queen of Hearts wants that lesson to be really spoken into this message. And the destroying angel is like, some things must be done. And this is one of them. Breaking up, leaving a situation that doesn't serve you must be done. Wow. I'm exhausted. This reading has wiped me out. Can't even tell you how wiped out I am in this reading. I can tell when I've done a good reading because I feel physically tired. And that's just what I'm feeling. I'm feeling so tired. I've done a good reading here. It's the truth. It is definitely the truth. We're going to get where this relationship is headed for you guys because I know you guys deserve to see that message, but whew, that's what's really going on. So many details in this reading. Witchy, oh yeah, I get drained. But that's okay. It feels like I've done good work. Being drained is good job. Good work. Okay, where are you guys headed? This is a therapy session. I mean, God, it definitely feels like it. Where are you guys headed in spring? Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me with the cards. Guide and direct me. Where are my beloveds headed? Okay. Bottom of the deck is the solar plexus chakra. Confidence and healing, body restoration. Actually, you guys are headed for a very dramatic physical, what's the right word? Physical transformation. You are both headed to have a better, healthier, fit body. Even if it's not fit, healthier. You're committed to creating health for your body. Very focused on health and longevity of the body. So you're dealing with your physical karmas. Ooh, another chakra. I'm loving that you guys are going to work on meditation and balancing and aligning of the chakras. Now we have the heart chakra. So doing the inner work, inner child, inner person, subconscious, really going into your feelings, really focusing on the heart. Oh, Ace of Cups, love begins. The fountain of youth is yours. A lot of you are going to start rewinding the clock. I do feel that. You're going to start looking younger than you are right now. Like seriously, you're going to rewind. You're going to look better than you've looked in the past 10 years. You're taking time off your body and you're extending your life by focusing on body and health. So I see you guys rejuvenating the body karma. This is great. And really working on the self-love, which is where love begins. Love begins with the self, then you can give it to someone else. So self-love, self-healing, self-care, a lot of body regeneration. That's where you're headed. What do I want? Yep. I love you guys taking care of yourself. A lot of citrus fruit. A lot of you guys are going to be doing a lot of citrus. Vitamin C, vitamin D, getting a lot of sun. Okay, I see a lot of that going on. A lot of heart health, vitamins and foods. That's very good. Changing your diet, getting organized, feeling more confident in your body. I'm very happy. Spirit, where is my collective group headed with their lover? Please show me in the cards. Spirit guides, guide and direct my hands with the cards. Where are they headed in the relationship with the cards? Bottom of the deck is the heart. Very symbolic of lovers, 2 of cups. Forever partners, soulmates, twin flames, destined lovers, period. Honey, get ready. 77 minutes on the clock. You're destined for this, okay? You are headed for a union. Yes, you guys are going to be coming together. You are headed for a union. Spirit is assuring you of that. Don't worry, don't fret. You're headed for relationship. No matter what happens in these cards, you are headed for a healing and a relationship with this person. That is your goal. That is where you're headed. That's where Spirit is guiding you. Mentally, where you guys are headed is the 6 of Cups. Memories of love. This is remembering how much you love this person and maybe even having flashbacks of a past life. But, oh, the nostalgia is here. You guys are going to start reminiscing, missing one another, feeling warm and desiring one another. That's definitely where you're headed. Next is the 22, and this is the doors, the choice, the possibilities. Queen of Pentacles here. Making a decision. Choosing one partner. And guess what this means together? I choose the partner from my past, which is you. 6 of Cups. Soulmates, I choose you. You are headed for this person to choose you. That's what's here in the cards. It's very clear. It's very simple. I choose the lover of my past. I choose the soulmate. I choose the lover of my past life. I choose the lover that I miss. I choose the lover that I am constantly thinking about and just desiring all the time. I choose that person. That is where my heart is leading me. That is where destiny is guiding me. Okay? And that is in the mind. What is in the emotions? Material harvest. 9 of Pentacles. Self-love, self-care, self-worth. Stability, grounded, earth, strong, good foundation, healthy structure. The healthy foundation for your love is self-love. This is a consistent message, and it can't be more clear. No one will have a successful love life until they have successfully been in a successful relationship with themselves. If you have not met yourself in a responsible, loving, honest, good, healthy way, you need to go there, because there will be no success without it. So get into that good relationship with yourself, and everything else will prosper, your business and your love life. Under that is the Book of Knowledge, which is learning to do that, gaining that wisdom. This is wisdom you didn't always have. Okay? A lot of us went through a codependency path. A lot of us went through a self-loathing, self-hate path. A lot of us went down a victimhood, poor me, pity path. A lot of us went down these wrong paths, looking for fulfillment everywhere else but inside, hoping to get fulfillment in a relationship, a bottle, a cigarette, friendships, attention, social media, money. We have all looked for fulfillment elsewhere when it's always been inside. If you love yourself and you love your body and you love who you are and you're in good relationship with yourself, boom, everything else prospers. And so that's what you're headed for, and feeling comfortable, raw, and real by yourself, which is great, which is going to be the foundation for your harvest. And the next one is devil, temptation. These are the actions, okay? Mental, emotional, and physical actions. We have to face the shadow. We have to face the devil. We have to face our karmas. We have to face what we're attached to, what we're used to, and what we think we want, but it's really not what we really want. Example, I really want this person. I want them so bad that I'm willing to do magic to bring them in. I want them so bad that I want to break them up with another person. I want them so bad, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to expose them. I don't care. I want them so bad. Like I'm going to do whatever it takes to break that situation. But technically, that's not really what you want. Because what you want is them to want you. What you want is them to come to you healed, loving, good. That's what you really want. See, but we get distracted by other temptations, instant gratification. But I want them to call me right now, so I'm going to send a sexual picture knowing they're going to respond. When really that's not what you want. You don't want them to respond in a toxic way, all because you sent a sexual message. You want them to reach out to you out of respect and love because they miss you. But, you know, that's an example of being desperate to get what you want, instant gratification. So it's fighting your urges and fighting your temptations to settle for instant gratification, but to look at the long-term possibility of this relationship and creating stability for this person to come in healthy. Under that is the lilies, which is love, romance, respect, divine feminine energy. Think of it as the Empress, growth. The Empress will conquer the devil, of course. Her love and compassion always will. King of Spades. Doing the right thing, being the right person, making the right decisions. Loving yourself, loving others. Love conquers all is kind of what I'm hearing with that. Love conquers all. And when you love yourself, that is the best conquering. Love is going to conquer the devil. Love is going to conquer the karmic. The universe operates on a level of love. In fact, that's how the universe was even created, through love. We were created through love. It's the driving force. It's the force we always come back to. Love is the highest energy, the most powerful energy of all. Everybody strives, reaches, desires, and wants love more than they want money, more than they want fame. More than anything, people want love. And that's what you get with this card. I get love. I'm going to read those for you before we pick the final cards. But I am calm, I am peace, I am serenity. That's what I preach. I'm your parents, your elders, your ancestors. I bring wisdom and experience. Oh gosh, I signify long-term relationships, commitment, and satisfaction is my angle. And look, you have the heart. Your ancestors are fighting for you. You're fighting for you. Your higher self is fighting for you. Your future self is fighting for you. It's like you're in this matrix and all different versions of yourself are fighting to conquer the devil, fighting to conquer the karma. For the first time in many generations, you are going to find spiritual wisdom, understanding. You're solving karma for you, but also many ancestors. The devil has had a hold on your family, like a family curse. The devil has had a hold, which is karma. Saturn has had a hold on your family and your legacy and your past lives, like just a big stronghold. And you're conquering that through love. You're finding power and peace and power in yourself. That is the key. And behind him, he's pushing a key. Like, don't look at the key. Don't pay attention to that key, because that key is what gets you out of my prison. And earlier, part 1, you guys had the cage with the key and the rose in reverse. So you have absolutely conquered the devil. You are, and you're headed for conquering it. That's what I see. And you're going to have your win. We're going to read the devil here. Through this card, addictions, self-limiting behaviors, and all things like that are being addressed. This is a time when you or your person may be placing a lot of emphasis on the material and the physical world and your projection and the world and the pleasures of the world. 88 minutes. We talked about all the 8s. Even though we're all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what's natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us, it's often replaced with a different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection, and that's another double word because you got connection earlier with the divine couple. The connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, or codependencies, even in relationships, even work. Hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link of the divine was broken. The temptation card is calling yourself or your person to look at where you are in your life. How are you suffering? Are you in an addictive pattern? Is there a negative thinking or a negative behavior that's causing the life force to seep out of your soul? Are you, the people and relationships in life, giving you good energy, or are they draining your energy? Let's embrace these fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes the learning experience. Gaining knowledge in the physical world teaches us that we can transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. And keep in mind, the devil comes right before the tower. So you guys are headed to face karma. You did get broken karmic cycles on why they're pursuing you. We do have memories of love, soulmate vibes. Okay, so this is a beautiful soulmate vibe with the heart. I know it, you know it, but we must conquer this karma. And you will, and you are. Because guess what? You're worthy. You deserve a love like this, honey. You really do. They love you. They really love you. They really do love you. Believe that. And you need to love yourself. The minute you start really loving yourself, like really, really, they're going to start loving you like you've never been loved before. And let's be honest with yourself. Have you really been loving yourself to the ultimate? Have you really put yourself first? Have you really tried to have a good relationship with yourself? If you were your partner, are you neglecting your partner? What do I mean by that? Think about it, guys. If you were the person you're dating, are you putting enough attention and love into the relationship to keep it going, or are you starving your relationship? Because remember, your person is always a reflection of yourself. Steph, I know, because I'm crazy with my mind, Gemini mind here, but let's think here. What does that really mean? For those of you that need details, you need to grasp this, what I'm saying. Are you eating healthy? Are you eating things that you desire that make you happy? Or are you starving yourself? Are you watching the movies and shows that you enjoy in a happy way, not a depressed way, not in your bed, dirty, unclean, uncared for, late at night as you're passing out? Or do you make time to sit up and enjoy something that you enjoy to watch with popcorn and a drink or something and like really enjoying it? There's a difference between, oh, I get my time versus I enjoy my time. Do you have a good relationship with your body? I'll let you use your imagination on that. Many ways. But do you have a good relationship with your physical body, or are you constantly getting hurt? Falling into accidents, health issues. What is your relationship with your body? Do you feed it good things? Do you treat it well? Does it have what it needs, what it wants? Do you spend the time to go on walks, to meditate, to have massage? Is your body neglected? You know? What about your mind? Are you stimulated? Are you learning? Are you growing? Are you taking classes? Are you reading books? Are you making friends and learning from them? Are you growing spiritually, creatively? Are you spending time on your intellectual? Are you even enjoying your creative side? Are you expressing that? Okay, so what about your living environment? What is your relationship with your intimate self behind closed doors? What does your bed look like? Is it kept how you would like it to be kept? What about your living space? One of the key signs between a depressed person and a not depressed person is dark spaces. If your home is dark, you are hiding something from the world. It is a reflection of you. So what are you hiding? Lots of curtains, lots of blinds being shut, living in a dark room says, I'm hiding who I am, I'm depressed, and I don't want the world to see. Or I'm scared of the world. I'm not happy with self. That's a lot of being in the dark. So what is your home? Is it bright and airy, windows open, sun shining through, or are you just using the excuse, I'm a private person, I like to keep everything drawn and dark? I don't know. Do you get out and communicate with people, or are you a loner? It's okay to be a loner. But don't isolate yourself so much from people that you're not comfortable around people. Even Till Swan suffers with not feeling comfortable around people, but she does seminars and speaks to thousands. She gets out of her comfort zone. She solves her karma and she deals with it. And she's like, I need to do that for me. Like, I need to overcome that. I can't be, that's not healthy. You don't always have to be around a lot of people, but you should put yourself there and never keep yourself away just because that's your comfort zone. You have to do what's best for you, not what feels best, but what is best. It doesn't feel good to work out, but it's best for you. It doesn't feel good to eat only healthy things, but it's best for you. It doesn't feel good to go to bed early because there's so much more to do and see, but it's good for you. Okay? It doesn't feel good to wake up early and meditate, but it's good for you. You see where I'm going with this? It doesn't feel good to work on myself when I could be in relationship with somebody else. It doesn't feel good to be isolated and meditate for an hour. It's stressful. It creates this energy in me where I'm wasting time, but it's good for me. It doesn't feel good to cut myself off of a work schedule and a busy life to do something for me, but it's good for me. See, just because self-love comes up doesn't mean, oh, I have to feel good the whole time. No, self-love and self-care is also very restrictive and painful and difficult. That's why not everyone's successful at it. But you know what you have to do to get there and to be there. And that is the healthy foundation for love. Because ironically, it's just weird. The more you start being good to yourself, the more your partner is just like magic, being good to you. And it does, it feels like magic. Anyways, okay, let's end this message on what's being taken out karmically and a message from your lover. You guys usually like that one. Let me see. Yeah. All right. My son's clay is stuck on there. Okay. All right, Spirit, what's being dealt with karmically with the devil? We are conquering family curses. We are conquering our karmas. Can you show me what's happening? Okay, so we got that one. It's called Coherence, number 13. The frequency of coherence supports your ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. Yay! Okay, so you're creating the reality you desire. And that's the karma you're dealing with because you are sick, probably sick to death, 100 minutes on the board of creating a reality you hate. High five to all of us. We're all looking around like, yes, this is a reality I really hate sometimes. Well, we're working on it. We are creating a reality that is more in tune with our hearts now. Thank God. And the oracle that comes out for you guys is Guya Kali, bottom of the deck, Mahavidya. Mahavidya. And there is a tongue on the altar if you're wondering what that is, which I'll tell you just without reading from the book. Watch what you say. Watch what comes out of your mouth. What you say becomes things. Really, truly. Be very careful with the word always. Be very careful with the word this is or I am. Those become things. Be mindful, be careful. Watch your tongue and watch how you speak about the people you love. Change it. It will make a difference. So that is the bottom. The other one says, by the way, number 28, we keep getting the 8s today. Our Divine Mother who knows everything. She knows all. Every answer, every mystery within our hearts, within our power to disclose. It provides the knowledge at the right time and in the best way. An answer to your questions will be provided. Do not immediately dismiss your intuitions because they are unexpected or lead you into unknown territory. So don't dismiss your intuition just because it's taking you in a weird place. Let your intuition guide you even in unknown territory. Rest and reflect upon your insights, allowing your wisdom rather than a reaction, a natural, devilish reaction towards how you normally react. Don't. Do it differently. And distill your usefulness and value. An entirely new perspective about your relationship and your path, just spiritually. This matter of importance is awakening. Rahu. A secret shall be revealed, and all you need to know will be given to you. So if you feel like something's been held back, information, truth, it will be revealed. And what's being dealt with is that a lot of you guys have had secrets that haven't come out. They are going to come out in a good way to help you, to help someone else. Everything that's been hidden and in the dark, it's all divinely timed and is being brought forward right now at the perfect moment. So a lot of you guys feel like my enemy's winning. Look at them getting away with shit. Look at them getting away with this and that. Look at them saying this. Look at them getting this. What about me? Like, you know, it's all been held back for a reason. Now it's all moving forward. Okay? What does this mean? There are some insights we must be readied for, even though they are ultimately helpful. We are unable to accept some truths without experiences that prepare us to understand or even embrace the world we've tried to avoid at any cost. It can take time to be ready to deal with the pain that comes up when dealing with uncomfortable truths about ourselves or about people we love. And even though it is a good kind of pain that frees us, it eventually ends rather than keeping you trapped in a loop of repetitive suffering. Guya Kali dwells in shadows, in the cremation grounds, in the places less acceptable. Emotionally and psychologically, these are the interior realms where only the most committed dare to venture. We do not choose her, but when we are ready, she chooses us. When we enter into the experience that shakes the foundation of what our relationship has been all this time and who we are as a person is shaken, we have a current understanding that there is often a period of disbelief, shock, and confusion in this new clarity. It's kind of like, is this really my reality? Is this really what's been going on? And I think that's what's being destroyed. You guys had a whole different reality version of what you thought was happening karmically in your relationship with this person and everything. But now you're going to be shocked that it's really a reflection of you and that you have the power to change all of this. What?
For last time, stop copying.
I'm not copying anybody. I am reading a book, so stop it.
Well, that book has everything we're doing.
What do you mean it has everything you're doing?
Everything Daniel and Laura is doing. And me. That book has everything.
What did I say that makes you think that everything's going on?
Stop.
Okay, honey. I love you. I'll be down here in a second. I'm going to go here soon because I don't know what's going on with him. Obviously, he heard part of our reading, but omens happen, and he's a Scorpio. He's very intuitive. I think there's an omen that he said, stop what you're reading because everything you're reading is what's happening. So it's kind of an omen that what this reading has been about is really the truth. It's like spirits a fly on the wall telling you, yes, this is all that's been going on. So they know what they're talking about in the oracles. So anyways, you're about to have an enlightening. The teachings of Guya Kali Tantras that depict her seated upon a lion's seat, which is a posture in the physical practice of yoga that releases negative energy. It's called the Simhasana. Simhasana, Simhasana. Simhasana is a yoga practice and a posture of releasing negative energy. And maybe you guys should be doing that. Her appearance is not merely here to stir things up, but it's to stir the system, the consistency, the way things have always been. Whatever's been comfortable, because that's been holding a lot of negative energy. We don't have to dismiss or disregard what has been, nor be ungrateful for all we learned it from. However, it is time to release the true nature of certain circumstances and take off rose-colored glasses and see things for what they really are. Okay, I'm done with that reading. So there we go. Okay, you guys, both of you are taking off the rose-colored glasses. You're looking deep into yourself. You're dealing with your karmas. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. You're taking responsibilities for what you've been receiving and understanding that you have the power to love yourself and change that aspect. That's great. You're also learning that you are worthy of great love. And you're not going to tell your subconscious self anymore, I'm not worthy of that kind of love that I really want. You're getting that out of your head, which is very uncomfortable. You're breaking up with karmic cycles, and you're breaking up with ancestral curses on love lives, soulmate paths, all of that. You're dealing with your Rahu, okay? And your person simultaneously is doing the same thing, dealing with his or her Rahu, dealing with their karma, taking off the rose-colored glasses, learning they are lovable and worthy of love also, and that this is a real love and it's worthy of each other. And now that you guys are doing your own work within your own selves, we're going to see a beautiful relationship manifest from that. this beautiful union of hearts. Okay, so anyways, that's where we're headed. We're going to get a message from them as we close. Last messages from your person is... we got 3. Bottom of the deck. I talk to you within my mind all the time. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? Do you answer me? Because I swear you do. So a lot of telepathy between you and your person. We also have TikTok. I know I'm running out of time. I'll always be here to keep you safe. No matter what, like, no matter where you go, no matter who you're with, no matter, I'll always be in your life, which is that devil energy, that connection. Like, I'm not going to let you go, okay? I love you. I really love you. And no matter if we're together or not together, I'll always be here if you need me. As long as I'm here, you know, I'll be here. So they're very close to you, very spiritually connected to you. Next, I've closed down my feelings and I've quit love for a little while because I have to work on myself. So your person's like, if you've noticed me a little quiet, a little distant, that's not because I don't love you. It's because I just shut down that energy so I can focus on getting out of a mess, so I can focus on myself, so I can focus on dealing with my karma. Let me do that, okay? Also, I've been hurt before so badly, I'm afraid of the damage you could do, or I know you've been hurt so badly, and I'm afraid of the damage I could do to you. I've never loved anyone like this before, and to have you and to hurt you, or to have you and to lose you would be my undoing. So this person really loves you in a very, very deep way. Again, they do not want to cause more harm than good. Either way, the aspect flows. 1:11, 11 seconds. When I looked at that. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. This is a very deep love. I'm so glad that you've been able to experience it. Good luck on your journey. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Just keep swimming. You're doing great. You're doing the work. I'll see you guys later. I will be back on to finish the 11:11 cards. Sorry, a lot's been going on. I know my phone's been weird. So many chopped up messages have happened. This reading today took me off guard. It was really emotional, really draining. I need some time to regroup before I can come on and do the personals. So if you're waiting for your 11:11, I'll see you guys later, okay? But I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. So I can't talk today, seriously. Subscribe to my channel. If you're looking for a personal or you want to support me in any way, please go to my website, www.jks1111.com, shop around, see what sparks your fancy. If you want a personal reading from me, you know where to go. My website, a little bit of a delay on those, but not too much right now. If you want an emergency reading today, it is available. It may be later tonight, but it is available. And if you want to just schedule one for within 24 hours, that emergency is available also. I have 2 versions of emergency. I have one that is over an hour long, and I have one that is like 30 minutes or less. So you guys can pick from which one you want. If you need one right away, whatever's more affordable. If you can wait and you just want to schedule and have a private from me down the road here, you can put that on the schedule and just get a basic reading, and it will be delivered to your email. You do have the choice of being live with me on a Skype. If you want to do that, please remember to have your Skype ready. It is listed in the description how to find me on Skype when you order your reading, and to be prepared and ready on appointment. If you are not prepared and ready on the appointment and you have not called me and I don't get the ring on my phone, your appointment will be missed. And at that point, I will deliver a reading at a later date, okay, where it will be recorded. But that is available on that end. That's it, okay? I love you. Hang in there. I'll see you guys later.